KFG with a weather overview. How y'all doing out there, everybody? Well, we're going to have some frost on the Halloween pumpkin tonight. This is the National Weather Service out in Mount Holly, New Jersey. They have frost advisories up for our pals in New Jersey and over all the way into Pennsylvania. So keep that in mind if you live in these areas, especially if you're doing some planting still. We have an interesting situation coming up for Sunday. A coastal storm will take shape, and I'll show you the main differences in the models. And I'll have to do another video on this one because this is a situation that's not completely nailed down. I think we're going to get a storm. It's just going to be, to me, it's a question of how bad is it going to be, really. Because we could certainly use the rain. I mean, the other day, the 5 boroughs of the city barely got any rain, while areas out just east into Nassau County got 1 to 2 inches of rain in a lot of places. Up to 3 inches of rain fell in other sections of the island, and out into Connecticut they did very well for areas that actually do need the rain. So, you know, there's a lot of forecast dilemmas here going forward for Sunday, but I do think we will have a storm. It's just what type of storm are we going to have? So, if we take a look at the satellite picture over the Penn State EWOL site, you'll notice that we have very clear skies starting to build in. Even though it's cloudy right now, we have dry air pushing its way in, and this is going to set us up for a nice couple of days. But you also see that dip in the jet stream, that big U shape. And that is going to be one of our ingredients that's going to fuel this storm for Sunday. So we'll take a look at everything going on. Now, the way I see it is, if we look at tropical tidbits, we're going to look at the GFS scenario, which to me is not that big of a deal. And then we're going to look at the European, which I think is more likely, and I think it is a bigger deal. So that's where I stand on things right now. And here's what I mean. So the GFS, this is by Sunday morning, and rain would start to move in. But as we go through time on the GFS, if the model's right, basically, you know, the front goes by, and by Monday morning, strong winds start to develop after the storm is gone. Okay, so that's the big difference. I think the GFS shows you that, yes, we get the rain, and it moves through, and then by Monday morning, the low pressure develops way too late to bring winds during the actual storm, so it gets windy after the storm with northwest winds on Monday as it's clearing out, gusting up to 50 miles an hour. Now, that's still formidable, but it wouldn't be as bad as the European. Now, the European, if we take a look at that, at the same time, this is from Monday morning, it has a stronger storm. The storm is more healthy, it's more mature, and it is delivering south to southeast winds during the height of the storm in excess of 40 to 50 miles an hour with higher gusts. And then, as it moves away, we're still getting the strong winds rather, on the backside of the storm. So it's almost like a more prolonged wind event on the European. And to me, that's the bigger deal. We do need the rain. I think we'll get several inches of rain. In fact, if we look at Lee Goldberg off of ABC 7, we could see up to 4 inches of rain out in the areas in red. So I think it's a widespread heavy rain. Starts Sunday, ends early Monday. The question to me is, what is the story with the actual wind production? So if we take a look at Weather Underground, that is the main theme going forward. To me, that is the big forecast problem. Will the winds be strong throughout the entire storm, or will they be like the GFS and just have strong winds on the backside of the storm? Because that has major implications for not only possible power outages and things like that, isolated to scattered power outages, but it also has implications for any type of coastal flooding. The thing that is working for us is that it's sort of a low tide cycle we're in right now. So that's the situation with the coastal storm as I see it. I think it will be a player in our weather. I don't think we're going to miss it on Sunday. I think that it's coming, but it's just the characteristics of the storm, the nature of it. That is the major forecast challenge as we go into the weekend. But for now, enjoy Friday and Saturday. They look like absolute gems, especially on Saturday. And then we have the coastal storm for Sunday, and then cooling down for Halloween as we work our way towards November. I'll have more to say on the coastal storm tomorrow or Saturday.